When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Tennessee Titans taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down. It's Ryan, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Here we go. 10-2 start. General West. Take the screen. Hey, watch it, watch it. Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Ryan. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I'm sure for these guys, a break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
This is taken at his 4. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hubbard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Hubbard. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check 43. On the ball. Be careful.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Go now. 8, read.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
From the gun on third down. Boom. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Round 80!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Hey, 25-80! Check 13! Check 13!
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Check, go!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Ryan, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready! 60 or.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo.
Tango.
5.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boom. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
6-61, matchbox lights. Hey, 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Tight end Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On 2nd down now, it's Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight.
To throw on 2nd down. Booth. He's got Lewis. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Rosas' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
45-yard line.
On the set.
Here we go. Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one.
Check right, check right. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 19.
When the spotlight is at its brightest And let's face it, it's the Super Bowl. Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Looking to throw. Booth. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen now throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. He misses yet again. And the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch one. Check. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ryan. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 60 yours.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw. Booth. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do...
Touchdown, Titans! A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, what a play by him. That's a loss of 17. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. On 4th down. And that's complete to Lewis. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
11 yards there, 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
On 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
56, 56.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
And 25 to Mike.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just listen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
64,
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. 61. Matchbox lights. Now.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.